We like rock and roll. So every time I hear Mark Dunn bring it in, man, I just think of the long-haired 80s guys strumming out on those guitars. But thank you, Mark, for the intro music. This is Chuck Worley with Worley's Home Services. We are bringing you the 757 House Whisperer Show. We are coming in live. We got 4 co-hosts tonight. Last week it was just me and Sid and Cindy, but this week we got 4, and we got a new guy coming in we're going to tell you all about. We are. You want to just everybody introduce themselves this week? All right, so this is Chuck Worley. I own Worley's Home Services. We do HVAC, plumbing, electrical, crawl space, insulation, spray foam. We pretty much do everything having to do with the mechanical part of the house, especially AC. I want to bring up, since it's hot as crap outside. We've even got the studio actually halfway cool, so we've got this studio fixed, so somewhat. So go ahead, Mike. You introduce yourself.
I'm Michael Davenport. I'm one of the owners, along with Barry Taylor, my partner, of CVP Windows and Doors. We are your local, I say, door and window guy. We manufacture the windows and the patio doors right here in Newport News. Our territory is from Richmond over to the Eastern Shore, up in the Northern Neck, down through Elizabeth City, Outer Banks. We can handle anything along the way. We make it to fit. We don't hope that it does. We know it will.
You have a tape measure?
Yeah, I don't. I don't do the measuring, man. Donald Panada and our new guy, Dave, they're the experts in that department. But we employ only our guys to do your installs. And by that I mean they're not some guy that has a T-shirt put on him and slaps on a magnetic sign. They got big trailers that have all kinds of advertising.
So Bubba and Skeeter doesn't work for you?
No, Bubba and Skeeter don't work for us.
All right.
But
Skeeter's a good guy, though.
Yeah, he is, but he can't get insurance on him. And then when he gets hurt, he's after your homeowner's insurance.
And he pulls up with Miller Lite in his truck at 8 a.m.
Couple empties in the back.
I swear that was from last night.
Yeah, I've heard that story. Yeah. And I'm Justin Murphy with Pyramid Roofing's. What did I write down there? Pyramid Roofing, Solar, and Gutters. Yeah. Man, almost had a brain fart first right off the
See,
right
Jack,
off the start.
You got to write it
down.
It
happens.
Got to write it down.
Hey, anybody that hasn't been in this radio studio booth at the Dominion Tower, it is overwhelming sometimes. And Justin was just explaining to our new guy Jack, just getting ready to introduce himself. He's like, "Please write everything down because you will." Brain fart.
You don't even remember the name of your own company.
Like, yeah, what's the name of my company? You better write it down.
Well, there you go. We are construction workers, though, so I mean.
That's right. All right, well, go ahead, Jack, and introduce yourself.
I have been wondering why half of you guys are still wearing your hard hats, but that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Well, this is just a helmet for me, but everybody else has a hard hat.
I got a problem with windows.
Yeah. Well, my name, like Chuck said, my name's Jack Keller. I own Legacy Painting. We're based right out of Yorktown. We do pretty much just everything painting from interior, exterior, residential, commercial. We do drywall repairs as well and some installation as well. Installation, not insulation.
That's itchy. That's very itchy. You don't want to do that. I do insulation. It sucks.
We just about everything, metal roofs, brick buildings, new construction, residential repaints. We can do it all. Service about Williamsburg down to Virginia Beach. Been about 3 years in business. And really something that we really take pride in is our customer service and making the experience with us just as stress-free as possible and just super easy and enjoyable.
So the reason I invited him on is, Jack, is because at 24 years old, I'm not sure what I was doing, but I was not running a nice, successful business at 24 years old. So this kid has jumped right out of high school, right into business, and has the hammer down, and I just respect him a lot because it is really hard to find anybody under 30 that's actually willing to work 8 hours a day. And I'm not kidding,
that's legit.
So, my dad, most of y'all know I was raised by a Navy chief. My dad worked all day and then worked side hustles to put us through Norfolk Catholic and get extra money. So he taught me I could be successful working half days. I just had to pick which 12 hours to work.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, so anybody under 30, trying to get them to go to work 8, 10, 12 hours a day is just sometimes impossible. So this kid just jumps out, bang, goes to work, opens up his own company, and I just really respect that. So I wanted to add him to the show. He's got a lot of knowledge about any type of painting, and you guys call in with any questions. So tonight, I ask you all to call in and try and stump my experts. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. I mean, Mike, he been around contracting since, he long in the tooth, and then we got baby teeth over here, Jack. So we got everything covered. We got every year covered. But want you guys to call in 627-7979. That number again is 627-7979. Call in and ask your questions about anything contracting, whether it's from foundations, painting, roofing, windows and doors, heating and air conditioning. I figured tonight we're going to have a lot of AC questions because, man, I mean, if you're an air conditioner, if you're one of those holdouts, I respect you. You're crazy, but I respect you. I woke up last night and the AC was set on 75. I said, oh, hell no. I mean, we got to get this AC down.
75? There's no way.
I mean, it wasn't that bad yesterday, and then it was, right? Uh-huh. So anyway, yeah, call in any questions about your house. Ask the Experts are here tonight. We got 4 experts. I'm talking anything painting. You're not going to stump my boy Jack. Justin's ready for you to fire off any type of roofing questions. And Mike, anything about windows, doors, any type of construction stuff. I did have a couple people text me through Facebook and PM me through Facebook and private message me through Facebook, sorry. And then so I do have some questions, but I really want to hear from the people listening tonight. 627-7979. That's the hotline. If you want to text in any questions, that is 955-9415. We have Starbucks gift cards for anybody that calls in. Any questions? I do have some trivia questions, so I'm going to go ahead and start firing out the trivia questions. The name of the doctor that was first published on his technique for rescuing choke victims. What year was it first published, and what was that doctor's name? All right. The choke victims.
Zero clue here, Chuck.
You do.
Zero.
Once you hear it, you're going to be like, oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, I knew that.
Well,
yeah.
I'm a little,
you're a little slow.
Yeah, I'm not the brightest crayon here.
Hey, but I'm the one with the helmet, right? I'm the one with the helmet.
Can I answer?
No, you can't answer it because you gave the question.
Oh, that's right.
Mike gave me that question last week, but I already had some made up. Then, what year was Bennett? Now, you're almost this age that you probably know this question because you were there.
Don't even.
You were there. You were there. So, what year was Benedict Arnold court-martialed? I mean, you were born that year, I think, weren't you?
Yeah,
were you?
I
were you
there.
around? That's just not
we
nice.
We only let him out on Wednesday night.
That's not nice. That's not nice. I shouldn't have said that, but it was funny. I mean, Justin's about to split his gut over that.
It's pretty good.
All right. So, what year was Benedict Arnold court-martialed? Jack, he really wasn't that old. He's not. He wasn't there. He didn't see it happen. So, what year was he court-martialed? So, the year that this doctor, and we won't admit, almost slipped, first published his technique for rescuing a choke victim. So what year did that happen, and what is the name of the doctor? So those are our questions. So let's start hearing some people call in, 627-7979. I want to remind you, we got everybody in here. We got Jack for any painting questions. We got Justin with any roofing questions, and we got Mike, anything about windows and doors and any type of construction. And, of course, you got Chuck Worley with Worley's Home Services on heating and air, electrical, plumbing, crawl space. I do want to mention before we get into the show, we got Cindy with Alpha Pest Solution. She's not here tonight. It was me and her last week. But anything having to do with pest control, you could call in. And, of course, Tommy Hines, the Perfect Home Remedy guy, he's the guy that helps us get money for everybody. So those are everybody. I want to make sure I didn't forget. Oh, and Alvin.
Yeah. You're leaving Alvin?
Nah, man, I wouldn't do
it.
I wouldn't do it.
Come on.
Alvin's going to kick my butt. So Alvin is not here tonight because my fiance said he needs to be at home working on our estimate to finish our our remodel at our house.
Oh, so he's making real money there.
He's going to try to. He's going to try to. That's right. So anyway, that is our team of experts. We got a couple callers already, but remember that number, 627-7979. So while we're answering these questions, y'all call in and get on the list. So let us start with Dennis. Mr. Dennis, how are you? Hello, Mr. Dennis. Hey, there we are.
You got me?
I got you, Mr. Dennis. Yes.
I'm helping a friend with a house that's been empty about 6 weeks when the elder resident had to go into the hospital. Anyway, I've got an odor that I can't figure out. And the house has been vacant, like I said, about 6 weeks maybe, but the AC's been on the whole time. And it's definitely not from a mouse or something like that. It smells more like sewer to me.
Okay. Have you noticed any sewer flies?
No.
Okay, well, that's a positive. That's a positive. Of course, we're not smelling it through the radio, but we probably need to get a technician out there to take a look at that. But definitely, probably the first thing I'd do is run some water into your sinks and your flush the toilets. Yeah, because I've done that. You have done that. Okay, so that's the first thing that I thought of was maybe back. Nobody's using the drains. Sometimes they'll have a stench to that.
Get some funkiness in that S-trap or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. And then the AC, what do you have it set on?
I'm not sure, but it's pretty comfortable in there.
Okay. Well, hopefully his bill's not high when he gets back. But I tell people when you're leaving on vacation or whatever, try not set it up 76, 77. You want to keep it so the humidity in the house stays below 60% humidity, because pretty much anything above 60% humidity, you're going to start running into molds and mildews and stuff like that, which could be some of the smells. Underneath the house, if the AC is not running at full capacity, underneath the house is going to be hotter. You could have humidity. I mean, it's not, we're not in full season yet, so it could be, some of the crawl space. You could have water underneath there. You could have some moisture coming up through the vents if the unit's not running at full capacity. So could be a lot of things. I probably just need to get a technician over there to take a look at that for you, and I wouldn't mind doing that for you, Mr. Dennis. So
okay, as it's not my house,
okay,
it's a friend's house, I have to run that by them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me a phone number.
It is. I'm not looking at it. It is 955-9415. Thank you, sir.
955-9415.
Yep, that is us.
All right.
That is us. Well, thank you, Mr. Dennis. We appreciate the call. And let's go to Tom. Mr. Tom in Virginia Beach.
Hi there.
How you doing? Sounds like you got one of our trivia questions.
Well, I think I do.
All right. Well, take your shot. Now you can only answer one of them, right? So
take your best one.
Take the one that you think you got. The one that if you're going to pick the one that Mike was born in the same year,
we've got an eyewitness in studio here, so
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the one. I'm thinking that's Dr. Henry Heimlich, 1974.
That is the one.
Yep.
Justin?
Heimlich? No, it sounds familiar.
Heimlich maneuver. What's that called?
Heimlich maneuver.
Is it maneuver? Yeah, Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a great trivia question, man. You jumped right on it. Now, did you use Google? Did you cheat, or did you know exactly who it was?
No, I knew who did it. I didn't know the year.
All right, you had to look that up.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, people as soon as they heard it, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah."
Have you ever used that thing, buddy? On save somebody?
Oh, absolutely. I've used it a couple of times.
That's good.
Oh well,
good
that's good. That's good. So
it works. It works well.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Yeah, it's people, and then all the other maneuvers like for babies and for heck, they even have it for like animals and stuff now. I'm like, that guy has saved a lot of people's lives. So tell us about your house. You're over in where you at, in Virginia Beach?
In Virginia Beach. Yeah. Here's my question. I have 2 downspouts that go underground and then dump out into a lake.
Okay.
And they're plugged up. I tried running the snake down through there. I cannot get it open. So
we
I don't
got
know
a
if you do anything
jetter.
like
My
that.
plumbers can get out there, and we can use a jetter and blow those out. But we're just not going to mention to anybody, the 10,000 people listening, that you have water going into a lake, because I'm not sure the EPA and RPA and however many A's would be paying attention to this radio show. But we're just not going to mention that we're going to go blow that out for you. But
well, it runs off my yard into the lake.
it
so-
does. It does. They have so many daggone rules. We have geothermal systems, air conditioning systems that were put in back in the 70s and 80s, back before geothermal was even cool. Yeah. And they are actually running into the lake, sucking water out of the lake, putting it into the lake. And the guy's like,
an open loop?
Oh, yeah, it's an open loop. Wow. Yeah, it's an open loop, and which is totally illegal now. Like you're going to jail if you try and do it now. But so the guy's like, hey, look, I want to go ahead and put closed loops in. And I'm like, all right, well, that's like $3-4 grand a loop. You got 5 tons, you need 5 loops. He goes, you know what? That water, as long as we don't tell anybody about it, can we just keep doing? So it is kind of grandfathered in that you can, leave it the way it is and just rehook up to its grandfather clause. As far as I know, that's what I know. But yeah, as far as because we pull permits on everything, so it has to be grandfathered. So. But yeah, so that is really illegal. They don't like that at all, because you're sucking water out of the lake and dumping it back into the lake, and they just don't like how that sounds, I guess. But so closed loops are a lot more expensive, but they do last forever. But geothermal is definitely a way to go if you want cheap utility bills on air conditioning. I had a guy that took out 4 tons of propane and electricity. He was spending $8,000 a year on propane, and plus his electric bill. So it's a big house. It was insulated right. So, or actually, it wasn't insulated right. We ended up spray foaming his attic and sealing his attic off, and then putting in 5 zones. We put a zone in his sunroom, his first floor, second floor, master bedroom, and room over the garage. So you had 5 thermostats with one system. He dropped from $8,000 plus electricity, so he's spending probably $9,000 a year in electricity and propane. He was out in Chesapeake, and $129 a month.
Wow.
Dude, that guy loves me.
Oh, I bet.
I don't walk on water, but he thinks I do.
Well,
we spray foamed it. We encapsulated his crawl space. Yeah. We spray foamed his attic. We sealed everything out, so no heat's leaving the house anymore. So it paid for itself, plus the 30% tax credit.
Yeah,
that guy loves us, right? So, but yeah, thank you for the questions, and we can definitely, I have a jetter, which is just a high powered thing that we can blow that thing out.
High powered squirt gun.
It's a high powered squirt gun.
That's actually a really good analogy.
Yeah, that is great. Yeah,
on.
It will hurt and leave a mark. You were born in early, a long time ago, so
that's back in the 1900s. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot further. Yeah, Benedict. You and Benny were so tight, back then.
No,
Benny.
he was criminal.
Hey, thanks again for the call, Tom. It looks like we've got another Tom. So, and y'all do remember 627-7979. Call in for your questions. We got a couple openings for the break. So, Tom from Chesapeake.
Hello.
Hey, we got Tom. We got second Tom in a row. What is your question?
I have a house with cement board siding, and they put nails on the lower edge, which they weren't supposed to do, and now they're rusting through. How can that rusty nails be treated so it doesn't recur on the surface?
There's 2 things. The fiber cement board can be nailed across the bottom if you're in a high wind area, but you're supposed to use a nail that does not rust, and your guy evidently didn't read that part of the instructions.
Do contractors read instructions? Is that part of
the good ones do.
Yeah, Tom. Apparently, me and you have not experienced that.
Is yours pre-finished siding, or did they paint it in place?
It's painted.
Painted in place, or was it painted when it got there? Because some of them are pre-finished.
It was painted once after it was put up.
Okay, well, I'll turn this one over to Jack. What do you recommend on that? Since it's painted, I guess it could be repainted, but he'd have to seal those nails somehow so they don't rust back through. Replace them's not going to be a bear. You may as well change the siding because you're going to break a lot of it.
Right.
Is there anything? Are those asbestos?
No. Fiber cement is not asbestos.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, it really depends on how bad it really is. There's a couple different products you can go with from Sherwin-Williams that we use all the time for when we're painting metal roofs, and they'll have some rusted screws in those. There's a product called Procryl Industrial Primer from Sherwin-Williams. Most Sherwin-Williams carry it. You can go around and pretty much just spot prime all those and then just repaint whatever colors on the house, whether you paint all the boards or if you just touch it up. But most likely, if you just touch it up, you're going to see the difference in color on the boards, and especially if it's a bunch of different nails all around the house, you're going to have a bunch of different, almost like polka dots all over your house. So, yeah, there's definitely, you can do it where you just spot prime and, touch up those spots, or, most likely if you want it looking right and everything, you would have to most likely just repaint all those boards that have the rusted nails.
Yeah, and I agree with Jack.
Look at Jack answering his first question. Tom, you have helped Jack with the nerves tonight. His first answer, his first call to answer questions. So, thank you, Mr. Tom. And definitely, Jack will give you a call and kind of touch base with you and kind of come out. He can probably come out and just take a look at it.
Absolutely.
And
okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thanks for the call in, Tom.
All right. You have a good evening.
You want to go to break? Yeah. All right. Well, let's definitely get you guys. We got 5 calls in already, man. This is fantastic. 627-7979. Remember, we got Jack. He's already answered his first phone call. Got confirmation from Chuck and Mike and Justin that he did good on his first call. He answered. He didn't get stumped. He didn't get stumped. Yeah. And then, then we got Windows and Doors tonight, and Justin from Pyramid Roofing. So call in, try and get these questions answered tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, and more information at 757housewhisperer.com. 757housewhisperer.com. Get your free consultation scheduled, and stick around right after the break. We'll be right back.
Here we go. This is the 757 House Whisperers show. We are answering questions about your house. I like telling you guys every single week, this is the reason we do this show. The reason we do this show is that one-on-one, we've been in houses for some of us longer than others. We won't mention who. But the reason that we're doing one-on-one, we're helping homeowners right in front of us. They have a question, we're answering the questions. This is a customer service announcement show for your house. So I go in, I explain heating and air conditioning to customers and problems they're having with their houses. I'm able to help one customer at a time. When you guys, I got 10,000 people listening to us or so, however many people are listening tonight, I answer one person's question, I help thousands of other people. It is a great way to serve the 757 and helping our homeowners in our area, in our hoods, in where we grew up at. Like this is a great show for helping people help people. And we're from this area. We have companies in this area. We're running our businesses in this area. Our goal is to help people in this area. This is not a nationally syndicated show. This is a 757 show, 804 some, right? And, some in the Carolina. But it's mostly, this is our neighborhood. This is the people that we know. We want to answer your questions every single week about your house. We want to help you with your house. So this is our way of being able to do that. I want everybody to introduce themselves again. Now, Justin, while you're talking, I want Mike to whistle that song. Mike said I got that Pyramid Roofing song in my head.
I got it down. I'm Michael Davenport. I represent CVP Windows and Doors. We're right here in the Hampton Roads Market. We are a manufacturer, custom-made windows at affordable prices. We offer a great program. We have financing. We're not the guy that comes in high and then offers you $50 off, $100 off, $5,000 off like you didn't have enough sense to know that was not a good deal in the beginning. We're the guy that comes in with one
Hold on,
number.
will you spend 4 hours in my house? Because I'm kind of busy.
Good point,
I'm kind of busy. You going to spend the day with me?
We are not going to be that guy. We come in, we do an evaluation, we take some pictures, we get some rough dimensions. We go back to the office. They come in there, they take the pictures, we get an evaluation of your problem, and we come back out and spend 30 minutes or so reviewing it with you. We want you to understand what it's all about. Most guys come in with this way, hey, let me give you a dog and pony show. They're there 3 hours. Next thing you know, he's sleeping on the couch, getting up, eating breakfast in the morning. And, we don't do that because we know your time is extremely valuable. And you need to find out right up front what I'm talking about, what I'm going to provide, how I'm going to do it. And we do something called a new construction install. And it is great because we pull the vinyl siding back if that's what you got. We leave the nailing fin on the window. We install the window like we do when I build a new house. And then we put your house back together, and that gives you the best seal, less chance of any problems long term. And so, you need to give us a call. At least listen to what we've got to say. We're educators. We can educate you to know what answers or what questions to ask the other guy to see if he can come up with the right answers. But, give us a call, Custom Vinyl Products.
Let me remind everybody to call. So 627-7979. We got some open lines. You guys call in 627-7979. That's the answer to trivia question on Benedict Arnold, what year he was court-martialed. To give you a hint, it was the year that Mike Davenport was born. So
Boy, he speaks with forked tongue.
So definitely want to finish introducing everybody, but I want to remind you, 627-7979 is a hotline tonight. Definitely call in or call 955-9415 or text your questions. We got a couple questions that were texted into us today and yesterday, but we want you to call in tonight so you can answer your questions. And remember, when we help you, we are helping thousands of other people answer a question that is very similar to yours about their house. So you're not just helping yourself, you're helping other people in your community. Let's go, Justin.
Yeah, always a pleasure to be here with you. I'm Justin Murphy with Pyramid Roofing, Gutters, and Solar. Like Michael said, if you want honesty, just transparency, and a reasonable expectation, please give us a call. I'm not the guy who's not going to sit down at your dinner table for 4 hours with a handful of trinkets. That's just not me. I would much rather, treat customers just like I would expect myself. Come to my house, tell me what I got going on. If, things are messed up, give me a solution. If we're in good shape, just let me know and let's send it on the way.
So while you're talking, tell us about what you've been seeing lately with insurance companies. You were mentioning it when we were offline. We were kind of talking about this. I think this is important to educate people in the 757 what in the world these insurance companies are doing.
So here lately, it's been happening forever, but it seems like it's more prevalent here lately. Insurance companies, it's one of those necessary evils that you have to have, but they're sending out a lot of I hate to say it, but they're cancellation notices. Yeah. And they're just basically doing what I assume is Google Earth Street views of your house. And if it doesn't look like you have a brand new house, they're sending letters.
Brand new roof.
Oh yeah, a brand new roof on the house. They're sending out letters, and they are not accurate whatsoever. I just went to a customer last week. Her roof was only 4 years old. I honestly, I couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. So it's.
So you guys write a letter. We
have roof certification letters. We have inspections. We're here to help any way we really can. But I do want to let most everybody know that it's running rampant right now.
That's kind of, like I said, this is a public service announcement type show. We're going to be telling you things that are going on in the industries to try and protect you guys from, the contractors that, are maybe not, going to do the right thing at all times. There's companies that you could call out with a 4-year-old roof, and they're like, oh, yeah, man, if they sent the letter, you need a X amount of dollar brand new roof, and they'll sell you a new roof.
They'll try.
That's just
they'll definitely try.
The bottom line is character, integrity, do the right thing. I feel like when you take care of customers, you serve customers, serve people in your area, it's going to come back to you.
Yep.
It's going to come back to you.
Absolutely. And what they're seeing a lot of is the staining and the algae that starts growing on roofs over time. Now, the new shingles don't do that anymore, but just because you have streaks and algae and whatnot, that does not mean you need a new roof. That's
and
just
the problem is
aging
they can't
process.
see it from Google. They're not coming out to your house. I mean, they're just looking at Google Earth from like 4 years ago. Maybe it was the roof 4 years ago that you did replace.
Verbatim, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I went on. It was only 4 years old. It was a brand new roof. Had a little bit of staining just because of the tree cover, and but that means nothing. It was a perfectly good roof.
You got to watch out for yourself.
Go ahead, Jack. Introduce yourself again.
Yeah, well, thank you, Chuck. My name's Jack Keller. I own Legacy Painting, based right out of here in Yorktown, and kind of piggyback off what the other gentlemen were talking about. I was born and raised in Yorktown. My family lives in Yorktown. My friends live in Yorktown. Like, we really care about the customers we work with, and really, take honor in the people that we work with. And when we come out and take a look at your home, we really do care about what's going on and taking the time to ask the right questions and get to the root cause of it, and not just slap some paint on the wall. So we really like to sit down and go over everything, and just making sure you get getting a good job at a good, fair price, and just making sure you're happy at the end of all of it.
It sounds great. Just want to remind you to call 627-7979. We actually have a few open calls. We're going to go over a couple questions that were texted in. So in the 1930s, piers were. Do you know how big piers were in 1936?
Well, it depended on what they were using, probably.
For
it
houses,
depends on how
houses.
high it was.
Okay.
If a pier's over, I can't remember how many courses. It's got to be 2 blocks side by side and alternating, turning them.
So
I wasn't around in that time. So
I knew that was.
Wait a minute.
That's
If you were around with Benedict Arnold, that means you died before last in 1936. So, man, you were a ghost. So anyway, in the 1936, it's very common to have 12 by 12 piers underneath a house. So they were asking how big the piers are now. So going back now with foundation stuff, the piers are supposed to be 24 by 24. And I know this because it has to be done to my house because I have a 1936 farmhouse. And I got a little whoop-de-whoop in the floor. Mike is if you throw marbles in my house, they all go to one corner.
Well, they're easy to pick up when they go to one corner.
Can you even buy marbles anymore, Chuck? Come on now.
No,
what are you playing? You playing jacks?
I wasn't around when Benedict Arnold, but I was around when marbles and jacks were a thing. Not to be confused with Jack with Legacy. But have you ever heard of that? Marbles? No? Jacks? Marbles. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, man. We got baby teeth and long teeth out here. So a couple other things that questions are, what is the is it the joist underneath your house? Yeah, joist underneath your house. What is the most common on center?
If you use a TJI, it's like 19.2.
That's right.
You can use it. It really depends on what floor covering the plywood subfloor is. Yeah, you got to use at least 3/4 inch if it's that.
Now. But back in the day,
you could use 1/2 inch, and then they put a 1/2 inch hardwood floor on top of it. Right. And we got away from the things that didn't work.
Yeah. So I did hear the other day that the flooring now, like I did some flooring. I got an old farmhouse, and I put this flooring down. What's that stuff called? It pops together. It's the pop together flooring.
LVP?
LVP, right, yeah. So it was, 2019. Do you know that they're making it thinner now than they were in 2019?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, there's everything to cut, keep the price the same, and less material. Because I thought, we could redo our floors and it'd be the same size.
Do you think there's any difference between what the Wright brothers flew and what they fly today?
Yeah, but 2000...
I mean,
all right.
It looks like it to me. But.
So a 2x4 cannot be less than 1 3/4, 1 5/8.
3.5 by 1.5.
Yeah, 3.5 by 1.5. I mean, it's not 3.5. I mean, it's not 3.2. Yeah, it's not a 1x4.
Yeah, it's not rough cut.
Yeah.
You used to saw those, didn't you?
Yeah. Sawdust is a very useful product. They make roof plywood out of it.
But I guess my surprise is they can't make a 2x4 but any shorter because, any smaller, or they would, right, because of structure. But I didn't think flooring that they would actually go less than what it was in 2019.
Well, I got to tell you, I remodeled a house that was built in 1908. The guy owned the lumber company, and it was in Smithfield, diagonally across from the firehouse that's in downtown. And the hardwood floor in that house was just under a quarter of an inch. I've never seen hardwood floor that small.
It looks like we got another call, so we're going to go to Andrea in Virginia Beach. She's got a gutters question. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, how you doing tonight?
We are doing fantastic. Thank you for calling in.
Good. I have a question. Are those gutter guards really worth it? And even if you have them on your gutters, do you still have to clean them?
That's a great question.
That is an actual very good question, and that is definitely something that a lot of homeowners don't really understand the function of the gutter guards. Really, there's so many different types of gutter guards out there. Some of them are better than others, but the ultimate goal of the gutter guard is to stop debris from getting into the gutter and starting to break down and turn into dirt. Once it does that, it actually clogs up all your elbows and your downspouts, and that's when the gutter fills up, starts pulling away from the house, and all your problems happen.
And your underground drains. That's
yeah. His plugged up.
Yeah, we had another caller.
I will say that it's not unheard of for even every gutter guard out there if you have a little debris that sits on top of the gutters, but what that's doing is preventing all that debris from getting inside and getting clogged up. So if the inside of the gutter still stays, clean, the water will flow through it and percolate out. So depending on the situation, however many trees you have around the house, you really have to wait.
I have a lot of trees. I have two big trees in front of the house. I have nothing in the back. And, I'm a single, so I'm not climbing up in a ladder.
I completely understand it.
What's going on up there?
So what
you could broom off, you're saying that.
Well, a lot of times the wind will blow it off.
Okay, good. Okay.
I would honestly say, you can actually do, like you said, the trees. You have trees in the front, but not so much in the back. You can do
small trees, probably about 30-foot trees.
Well, those are pretty good sized trees.
A lot of leaves.
Yeah, that comes up on that side.
Yeah, I would say honestly, just to be completely transparent with you, before I give you an answer whether it'd be worthwhile, I'd really like to set an eye on it.
Okay.
It's not a waste of money because then you won't have to clean it out. You won't have to worry about your gutters filling up. A lot of what happens when the gutters fill up with debris is the weight of them will start pulling the fascia board away from the rafter tails.
Yep.
That's really what you want to get away from. But like I said, setting eyes on it, I'll be able to give you a better, honest answer.
So you want to try and take a question or answer our trivia question was, what year was Benedict Arnold court-martialed? And the hint of the day was it was the same year that Mike was born.
Let me see that driver's license there, Mike.
Well, you know what? When I think of Benedict Arnold, I think of Rudy's down at Rudy's Inlet. Egg sandwich.
Oh, that's funny. That is what they call it.
And what year was that invented?
Do I win a gift card? Do I win a gift card?
Yes. You win a gift card for calling in. So we'd like to encourage everybody to call in for sure. So anyway, I guess we should probably, since nobody really has called in and answered how old you are, Mike, the answer to that. Thank you for calling in, Andrea.
Driving down the road when you guys are on between 6 and 7.
Yes.
And we can't always look up answers.
That's right. You're not supposed to be cheating. You're supposed to be driving and not looking up the Google GTS. Google that stuff.
Where are you driving to?
You need to be taking care of everybody, not the people that are sitting home on the computer.
Oh, we know people cheat. We know. We know. So I'm going to answer the question, unless you want to take a shot. Unless you want to take a shot at Benedict Arnold.
What did he do? I don't even remember. I'm sorry.
He was the one
He was a traitor.
He was the traitor.
U.S. Revolution.
I'm going to say 1926.
Nope.
Wow.
We got
wow.
set. She thought you were younger than you were. So 1779, Benedict Arnold was court-martialed for doing bad things, trying to mess up the American colonies. So, well, thank you for calling in, Andrea. We appreciate it. And thank you all. Definitely keep us in mind. It is hot, hot, hot outside. So it is keep Worley's on the mind. So call in to 757-955-9415 for any of those needs with air conditioning. Let's go through. We got a couple minutes left, so everybody kind of introduce themselves one last time. I'm going to say Tommy Hines with the Perfect Home Remedy, Albin with the home remodeling and new construction, Cindy Rawl with Alpha Pest Solutions, and Tommy. Let's go. I did Tommy. Yep.
Oh, and I'm Jack with Legacy Painting.
The newbie.
Right, based out of Yorktown. But yeah, we do pretty much all painting you guys can think of, residential, commercial. We do interior, exterior. A lot of things that we see recently are, those vaulted entranceways, getting up on tall ladders. That's something that we can definitely help you guys out with. Deck staining is a big thing in the summertime, getting ready for the, around the pool or hanging out, having a barbecue. But yeah, exteriors as well, and we can definitely come out and take a look at it for you.
All right. Justin.
Very cool. Justin with Pyramid Roofing, Gutters, and Solar. Like I said, if you just want honesty, transparency, give us a call.
Yeah, Michael Davenport here.
Well, yeah, we'll get there. Let's be honest first. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't.
That's right.
Michael Davenport here, CVP Windows and Doors. We do Energy Star qualified windows when we do replacement windows, and that varies based on where you live at. It's a different product and a different requirement. In Williamsburg, west, north, up through Gloucester is different, and it changes as you go down in the Carolinas. We also do impact windows. Anything that you need in the way of a window, we can figure it out for you. CVP Windows and Doors. Michael Davenport, Barry Taylor. We're here to serve you.
All right. Last but not least is Chuck Worley with Worley's Home Services. We do heating and air conditioning, ductwork, plumbing, electrical, crawl space encapsulations, insulation, spray foam. Anything to make your house more energy efficient. So thank you again for calling in. It was a great show. I think we had 6-7 questions there, which I am sure we have helped hundreds or if not thousands of people with questions about their house. Yep. So you guys keep calling in, and we will keep answering the questions. Keep trying to stump my experts.
See you
can't
next
do
week.
it. See y'all next Wednesday. All right.
The preceding program is sponsored and paid for by Worley Home Services, who's entirely responsible for its content.